King David's final words to Solomon. We're in a bedchamber, under a soft, intimate light. An old, frail hand rests on the shoulder of a young, robed man. We hear labored breathing. Then a wise, aged voice. This is the scene for King David's final words to his son, Solomon. We might expect a sentimental blessing, maybe a poetic song, but what we get is a stunningly raw, political, and spiritual last will and testament that still echoes with power today. The year is approximately 970 BC. The great King David, the shepherd boy, the giant slayer, the man described as being after God's own heart, is on his deathbed. His designated heir, Solomon, is young, and the newly established throne is incredibly vulnerable. David's final charge, recorded for us in the first book of Kings, Chapter 2, is a two-part mission that reveals the complex, often contradictory, heart of this warrior king. First comes the spiritual charge. It's the part we expect. Be strong, David says, and show yourself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord your God, walking in his ways. It's a powerful call to covenant faithfulness. This is the David we know and love, the psalmist, the worshiper. This is the foundation of the kingdom. But then, the tone shifts dramatically. He gets shockingly specific. It's less like a prayer and more like a mob boss passing on his ledger. He hands Solomon a list of unfinished business, a roster of accounts to be settled. He names names. First, there's Joab, David's own nephew, his brilliant but treacherous general. This is the man who, in cold blood, murdered two other commanders, Abner and Amasa, staining the kingdom with innocent blood. David had been too weak, or perhaps too loyal, to Punisim. Then there's Shimei, the man who had publicly cursed and thrown rocks at David during the darkest moment of his reign, when his own son, Absalom, was leading a rebellion. At that time, David had made a public oath in the Lord's name not to kill Shimei. It was a moment of mercy, but now David tells Solomon, do not hold him guiltless. Bring his gray head down to the grave with blood. Is this just petty, deathbed revenge? It's so much more than that. David isn't just being vengeful. He is giving Solomon a king's first, and most difficult, lesson. A kingdom cannot be built on unresolved injustice. It cannot stand on a foundation of mercy that enables evil. Joab and Shimei represented festering wounds of violence and disrespect that would undermine Solomon's reign if they were left unchecked. They were symbols of lawlessness. David, bound by his own